Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now, this video would be the second part of what we were doing in the previous video. So guys, in this video, we will install JFrog and we'll try to run it, and then on the browser, we'll try to access it. After that, we'll try to deploy a WAR file. You do not need any WAR file right now. This is just for an example. In the next video, we'll try to do everything from scratch and we'll do an end-to-end setup with Jenkins. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, go to your favorite browser and type JFrog download for Windows. If you have some other environment, you can do that, but we are concentrating on Windows right now, so that's why we will download the Windows one. The second option is for JFrog open source solution. Click on that and you'll see this page in front of you. Just scroll down and you'll see three options: Linux installers, Windows installer, and Mac installer. We'll click on Windows and we'll click here to download Windows installer. Click on that and it'll ask you to save it. We'll just save it. On the right side top, you can see that it's downloading. It can take some time depending on your internet speed. I have downloaded it and have put it in D drive with creating a folder named JFrog. If you have any 7-zip installed in your system, just extract it. And once you extract it, it might take some time on extracting because this is a huge chunk of file. And once you extract it, just rename it because this name is too long and it doesn't look good. So I'll just keep the artifactory and I'll just have an underscore in front of it. Yeah, like that. Once done, we'll just copy it and paste it in C drive. It's not a necessity to paste it in C drive, but it's just preferable kind of a thing. So it'll take some time to copy over here. We'll just fast forward it. Once done, go inside. Let me put the large icons for every folder. Go inside, again large icons. Go inside the folder app, large icons, and go to the folder bin. Let me do large icon. There are a number of files available over here. Let's select the artifactory.bat first. Open it in a new tab, and there are multiple things available in this file. If you want to understand it, just scroll through what exactly is happening over here. So this is the file that is responsible for starting the artifactory. We'll take a look at another one, Artifactory environment. This is responsible for setting up the environment variables. Now you can scroll down. There is one very important thing for set Java options for server. It gives the available memory for your JFrog artifactory. You can increase or decrease it accordingly. Once done, open a command prompt over here. Just type cmd and let me drag it and type artifactory.bat. As I told that this is the one which is used to start the JFrog server. Hit enter. Let me maximize it so that you guys can see it properly. Now when you will start it, it will take a lot of time because this is the first time it is starting. So I'll just show you the basic process and I'll show you the end result after fast forwarding it. So once done, you can see the screen over here. So this means this has been started. Go to your favorite browser and type localhost 8081 and hit enter. 8081 is the default one. So here you have JFrog over here, and then it'll start the first time process, which you can see on the screen. It's very cool animation, as you can see on the screen. It will take some time because this is the first time the setup has been happening. Once done, it will ask you the username and password. The username is admin and the password is just password, all small case. If you remember the mail you got it from JFrog, that's the same thing. You have to apply it over here. Click on get started and you have to reset the admin password because that's the first thing you have to do. Just give a strong password. I have given some 8-digit. Make sure that all the checks are green so that you can move forward. Click on next. And guys, it'll ask for set base URL. You don't have to write anything. Just skip it for now. Same, configure default proxy. All you have to do is you have to skip, nothing for now. And congratulations, you have successfully completed the onboarding process. Click on finish and it will direct you to the dashboard. So this is how a dashboard looks like. You can create a repository from here. Let's take an example. Click on welcome admin, quick setup, and you can see multiple options from generic, Gradle, Ivy, Maven, and SBT. We are interested in Maven right now, so let's click on Maven. Next, it will ask for the repository prefix. We'll just give logicops lab. It is not necessary to write any different kind of a name, but once you do it, then it will prefix this name in front of every repository that it will create. So it's successful. You can just close it, and once you close it, you can see that an option has been appeared over here: logicops lab, libs, release local, and snapshot.local. So we are much interested in release.local, so just click in it. You can scroll through and see there are other options available over here. We are not going to do any kind of change right now. We'll just save and finish. So what we'll do is we'll try to install or deploy a file over here. Just select on your left side Artifactory and go to Artifacts. Once done, you can see that logicops libs release is there. We are interested in it, and click on deploy. Select on target repository, third option, release local. Yes, this one. Once done, it will ask you to drop a file. I'm again saying it, you do not need a jar file or a war file or air file right now. I have a sample web app. That's what I'm going to deploy over here just for an example. I'll just deploy it. This will explain the process of deploying stuff on JFrog Artifactory. And you can see that it has been successfully deployed and sample web app has been appeared over here. So there are multiple things inside it. You can just click on it on general. This is the URL. You can click on effective permissions. There are permissions to edit, properties, followers, and rest other things, guys. So you can just scroll through and play around to understand few things over here. Now, I think you guys have understood. If you haven't, please feel free to comment below. And in the next video, we'll try to create everything from scratch and end-to-end deployment from step 1 till step end. So guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.